In last session, you have recapitulated about limit. Since limit you have read in class 11, that is why I have taken a recapitulation session on limit itself and some important results of limit that has also noted down. Now, in this session I will cover the continuity and I will also complete the continuity in this session itself. What is continuity, or when we can tell a function is continuous at a particular point? The definition clearly states that a function fx is said to be continuous at a point x is equal to a if left hand limit at x is equal to a equal to right hand limit at x is equal to a equal to fa. For being continuous, there is another point added, it is equal to fa. What does it mean? It is a line. This is the point of transition. Now, earlier limit exists means if these and these are equal functional value. Now for being continuous, that is the functional value at this point, that is left hand limit and right hand limit, as also the functional value at the point itself. If it is continuous, if it is same, then it is continuous. It is very simple thing is that it is a bridge. Say it is a bridge. The bridge, it comes from the right hand side to left hand side and it is left hand side to right hand side. Now there was a gap. That is at the point f is equal to a. If you fill that particular gap, means if the value of the function in that particular point, if it is equal, so automatically it is continuous. That will be a continual bridge itself. Very simple conceptual understanding. I think you have understood what is continuous. Now there are some particular algebra or algebraic function on continuous function itself. Say f and g are two continuous functions at a point C. First thing is that a function continuous, it is defined at a particular point itself. It doesn't imply it is defined in some other point also. To a function, it is continuous at a particular point C or at a particular point A, B, etc., etc. It means it is a continuous function at that point. That doesn't imply that particular function is continuous for all the points itself. So now if f and g are two real valued function continuous at a real number C, then f plus minus g, that means f plus g as well as f minus g is continuous at x is equal to c. That is f plus g, it is again a function. F is a function, g is another function. Whenever we add both the function itself, it forms another function f plus g. If we subtract g from f, to at that point of time it forms another function f minus g. So both this particular function is continuous at f is equal to g, x is equal to c. Now, for product of this particular function, that is f into g, it will again be continuous if f and g are both continuous at x is equal to c. If we multiplied any particular function, continuous function, with a constant value k, then the function will be continuous at that particular point where the function is continuous. That is kf is also continuous at x is equal to c. Similarly, division rule also exists, that is f by g, it is also continuous at x is equal to c, provided gc not equal to 0. You know something by 0 is undefined. If the value of gc is equal to 0, so automatically that particular function f by g doesn't exist or f by g is undefined. So obviously the precondition is that gc not equal to 0. These are the algebra on a continuous function itself. Now I will be solving a particular problem. This type of problem, I think if you face in your exam, you may get sometimes 2 marker and sometimes 4 marker also. Find the value of some particular constant when a particular function is continuous at some particular point itself. I am solving one problem and I will be giving home tasks for few problems also. It is a problem that is fx equal to sine of a plus 1x to sine x for x less than 0. Fx, the value of fx is equal to 2 when x is equal to 0, and the value of fx is equal to root over 1 plus bx minus 1 by x when x greater than 0 is a continuous function at x is equal to 0. Fx is a continuous function. Fx is defined at this and it is a continuous function at x is equal to 0. Then find the value of a and b. How we will find it out? Now, first thing is that for being continuous, the limit has to exist, has to be existed. So it means left hand limit of limit x tends to 0 minus fx equal to, when it will be left hand limit 0 minus, that is x less than 0, that is x less than 0, equal to sine of a plus 1 into x plus 2 sine x divided by x is equal to limit x tends to 0 minus this. Now we can write this equal to limit x tends to 0 minus sine of a plus 1 into x divided by x plus limit x tends to 0 minus 2 into sine x by x. I have just divided, that is it will be as, just now I have shown you what are the algebraic functions. Now fx I have divided in two functions, say gx and kx, that is the gx and that is the kx. I have just divided into two parts itself. Equal to limit x tends to 0 minus sine of a plus 1 into x divided by a plus 1 into x, a plus 1 plus limit x tends to 0 minus 2 into sine x by x means 1. You know from the standard limiting functions itself, sine x by x limit x tends to 0 equal to 1. Now equal to, it is again a plus 1, I am, since it is constant, it will be multiplied by the constant itself, a plus 1 since a plus 1 is a constant and there is nothing related to that particular variable of x, so that is why I have put a plus 1 outside that particular limiting function and after then this. Now again we know limit x tends to 0 sine x by x equal to 1. Since x tends to 0, so it means a plus 1 into x also tends to 0. It is very clear. Since x tends to 0, that is, if we multiply some constant with x, then it is also tends to 0 equal to sine of a plus 1 into x, a plus 1 into x plus 2. Now it is 1, a plus 1, x tends to 0, sine of a plus 1 x divided by a plus 1 x. So equal to a plus 1 into 1 plus 2 equal to a plus 3. So value of the left hand limit equal to a plus 3, say it is equation number 1. Now what is the right hand limit? RHL x tends to 0 plus fx equal to limit x tends to 0 plus what functional value we will have to take? We will have to take the functional value this y, since it is 0 plus means it is just greater than 0, so that is why equal to root over 1 plus bx minus 1 by x, limit x tends to 0 plus, equal to, we can say, limit x tends to 0 plus 1 plus bx root over minus 1 plus bx root over plus 1 divided by x into 1 plus bx root over plus 1. Just multiplying numerator and denominator by 1 plus bx plus 1, nothing else, equal to limit x tends to 0 plus 1 plus bx minus 1 divided by x into root over 1 plus bx plus 1 equal to limit x tends to 0 plus 1 cut x cut b divided by 1 plus bx plus 1 equal to, putting the value 0 in place of x, we get b by 2. Now, since the function is continuous, so it means left hand limit equal to right hand limit equal to f0. What is the value of f0? Is 2. So it means left hand limit, that is the equation number 2. So from 1 we get a plus 3 equal to 2. Therefore a equal to minus 1 from 2. It is from 1. From 2 we get b by 2 equal to 2. Therefore b equal to 4. So what is the value of a and b? Therefore a equal to minus 1 and b equal to 4. You will get 4 marks. It is so easy problem. I will be giving some home tasks, and you will have to also carry out all the sums of NCERT books in continuation.